Hello, I'm Jo Natoli, Principal of the Rental Specialists. Welcome to our 11th video in our 15-part series on the changes to the Residential Tenancies Act in New South Wales that came into effect on the 23rd of March 2020. Today we're going to be talking about the new tenant information statement. Landlords are now required to give a tenant information statement before or when the tenant signs a lease. The tenant information statement, it replaces the old tenant checklist and contains similar information to that of the landlord information statement that we discussed in part 9 of our education series. The tenant information statement is a 6-page document that informs the tenant about the landlord's general responsibilities before renting out a property and what the landlord needs to do and tell a tenant before signing a lease or starting a tenancy. It does also inform the tenant generally about their own responsibilities under the lease agreement. The statement informs tenants about topics such as the property being fit for habitation and the landlord's responsibilities regarding the disclosure of material facts. It informs the tenant of what a landlord needs to give to the tenant before a tenant signs the lease, at the time of the lease is signed, and before or at the start of the tenancy. And it also references the entry condition report and what a landlord's obligations are with providing it to the tenant and what the tenant needs to do with the condition report after having received it. The tenant information statement outlines what a tenant needs to pay at the start of the tenancy and what records need to be kept by a landlord or their property manager during the tenancy, and what everyone's obligations are when ending a tenancy. The tenant information statement also informs the tenant about minor changes they're entitled to make to a property. Just like the old tenant checklist, it's mandatory to provide this statement to the tenant. Our office provides the tenant information checklist to the tenant twice, once when they've been approved as a tenant for a property, and the second time as part of our lease bundle that the tenant receives when they're about to sign the lease. If you'd like a copy of this tenant information statement, or you'd like further information about any of the new laws and how they may apply to you, please feel free to be in touch with us. We'd be happy to help you.